Yo guys, what is going on? Um, I want to just talk about something. As a Patriots fan, I have to say this. I have to say where all the Patriots went wrong. Where the Patriots went wrong this year, and there's many mistakes. There are many, many mistakes that have happened this year, and I want to talk about it right now. The number one mistake they made was trading away Demaryius Thomas. It was right around when the Patriots got, I think it was a week before the Patriots got Antonio Brown. They traded away Demaryius Thomas. Well, I was against it first off because, look, I knew at the beginning of the season we had some decent receivers. We had Edelman, we had Gordon, and we had Thomas. Now, these are all guys that are capable of creating space, getting open, making sure they could catch. They were once all elite receivers at their time. A couple of them are still elite. You can make the argument that they still are elite receivers. That's where they went wrong. They traded away Demaryius Thomas to the Jets for a 6th-round pick. First of all, I think Demaryius Thomas is worth a little bit more than a 6th-round pick. Maybe a 4th or a 5th-round pick. And I'm telling you right now, if the Patriots still had Demaryius Thomas, we'd be way better off. Because he'd be a clear number one guy on our team. But obviously, nope. They had to trade him away. Next, they traded away Michael Bennett. I'm not arguing that they traded away Michael Bennett. I think that was the fine thing to do. They weren't going to give him enough playing time anyway. But you traded him away to the Cowboys who needed him, who desperately needed defense, for a 7th-round pick. Now, they could have paid up a little bit more. Maybe a 5th-round pick, but not a 7th-round pick. Are you kidding me? That's horrible. That's close to nothing. And, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is the Patriots' way. This is the Patriots' way. I don't see how this could be the Patriots' way unless you're not trying to win this year. Next mistake. They traded for Mohamed Sanu. They traded a 2nd-round pick for a 33-year-old wide receiver who's not who he once was for a 2nd-round pick. Now, guys, Mohamed Sanu was a third wide receiver on the Falcons, and he did okay. But it's because they weren't asking him to do that much. You put him on the Patriots, you're asking him to be a number one guy. He can't be a number one guy anymore. The dude's 33. He's not who he once was, first of all. And you're asking him to do way too much. Brady's asking him to do way too much. So when you see Brady yelling on the sidelines, you got to be faster, we got to be quicker. That's stuff these guys can't do. They can't create separation. They can't run the right routes for some reason. Jacoby Myers is running crazy routes all the time. I see Tom Brady look at him like, where were you supposed to be? Like you weren't supposed to be there. These wide receivers are incapable of this kind of stuff. And people are going to be saying, oh, Brady's washed up. Brady's this, Brady's that. Look, I agree. Brady is not who he once was. But he could still be a decent quarterback if he had decent receivers. Do you know Tom Brady leads the league in completed passes with tight coverage? That's because none of these receivers can get open. So before you tell me that, oh, Brady's worse than freaking Kyler Murray or Derek Carr. No, he's not. You know why the statistics will show you that way? Because first of all, these receivers can't create separation. He's throwing into tight windows all the time. And another thing, these receivers can't run a damn route. So, I want to get back to the Sanu point. You trade a 2nd-round pick away for Mohamed Sanu. Now listen to me. For a 2nd-round pick, if you raised it to a 1st-round pick, you should have been able to get Julio Jones. Julio Jones is a way better receiver. I think if you paid a 1st-round pick for Julio Jones, you could have gotten him. But the Patriots are so desperate for a receiver that they had to cough up a 2nd-round pick. You could have used that 2nd-round pick for a running back. in draft. You could have traded the first round pick and got Julio Jones. Because I don't see the Patriots making a big first round splash this year. They didn't last year. N'Keal Harry's looking more and more like a bust every day. And I might regret saying that, but dude can't get healthy. Dude's not who we thought he was going to be. And I'm telling you, it's not looking good for the Patriots. Second, another problem, our running back situation. Look, you could say our offensive line's banged up. We no longer have James Devlin. And we don't have David Andrews. Listen, I get all that. But Sony Michel does not look like the running back that we thought he was going to be. We don't utilize Damian Harris enough, who's our running back out of Alabama, who we got in the third round, I believe, this year. We don't utilize him enough. It's either because of injuries or they just don't trust him enough. But I don't trust Sony Michel when he's getting the ball at all. So I don't see why we can't just say, hey, give Damian Harris the ball. Let him do something. I saw him doing something against the Giants, I believe, the other week. Or it was the Jets. They played him against the Jets or the Giants. He was doing pretty damn well. He did pretty damn well. And they don't run the ball with James White enough. Remember when James White was our leading back? We split the ball carriers too much. We were either putting out Rex Burkhead or James White or Sony Michel. When we all know who's the best running back on this team, it's James White. James White's the best running back on this team. He's been our best running back on this team. And I don't care what you guys are saying about Sony Michel. He's having a sophomore slump. We don't have the same offensive line. I get it. But if you're asking me who's the best running back on this team, it's James White. And I'm saying in this draft class next year, we need to make a poll for a running back. Either that's J.K. Dobbins or Najee Harris or Etienne. It's got to be someone. Because we need a running back desperately. Patriots, I don't think the Patriots have had a decent, great running back since we had LeGarrette Blount. A running back that you can definitely trust. I don't think we've had that since LeGarrette Blount. Next thing, releasing Josh Gordon. Look, Josh Gordon, I get it. He had the marijuana problems. He's been having drug problems. But I don't see why you release him when you could have traded him for something better, for something else. First of all, you could be using Josh Gordon right now a hell of a lot. But if you could have gotten something for him, you could have gotten something for him. The Seahawks were willing to pay probably. The Seahawks picked him up for free. The Seahawks just picked him up. And I'm telling you, Josh Gordon could have been like maybe they could have traded him away for a 4th round pick, maybe a 5th round pick. I'm telling you, he's worth something. But you just gave him away for free. I don't see how a team like this, like the Patriots are right now, are going to do anything this year. I don't see them winning a Super Bowl this year unless something happens, unless something huge happens. And another mistake they're making right now is Des Bryant's available on free agency. And Antonio Brown's available on free agency. Look, I don't see Antonio Brown coming back, as you see the Where's Gronk things. But I do see Des Bryant available, who's looking good, who's looking like he can still be a great receiver. And you're not signing him to the 53-man roster. I'm looking at that kind of stuff, and I'm questioning Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, like, what are you guys thinking right now? Because I've seen Belichick make some past stuff, like things in the past that I didn't agree with, but I could see in the future how it might work out. This, I don't see anything. This, I see Belichick throwing crap at the wall and hoping it sticks. And Belichick has never been that type of coach. He's been like a 3 steps ahead type of coach, like thinking 3 steps ahead. But I don't see how he could be at this point. So guys, those are the Patriots' problems right now. We need a new running back. I don't understand why we traded away Demaryius Thomas or Michael Bennett for what we got back in return. I don't see why we traded a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu when he's clearly not worth that. And another big mistake is we're not signing Des Bryant, who's definitely available and could definitely help. So anyway, guys, I want to also say this: Deion Sanders did say that the Patriots will be getting help. He guarantees it; something will happen. But that's just Deion Sanders saying stuff. So you never know. I hope it happens. I hope Des Bryant does get signed to the Patriots, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, those are the problems with the Patriots. I'll see you guys in a new video. Peace out.